From the center of the universe, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, this is the SDM Show with your host, Rob Cairns. The SDM Show focuses on business, life, productivity, digital marketing, WordPress, and more. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and enjoy the show. Here is Rob.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob Cairns. I'm the founder, CEO, and chief technologist at Stunning Digital Marketing. In today's podcast, I have Warren Laine-Naida with me, and we're going to talk all about voice search and SEO. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This episode is brought to you by All-in-One WP Migration, the most trusted WordPress migration plugin with over 60 million sites served. Whether you are switching hosts, changing domains, or moving to a new server, All-in-One WP Migration makes it one click. Try it for free at WordPress.org or visit servemass.com for pro features.
Hey there, it's me again. It's Warren Laine-Naida, and I'm here for our monthly SEO chat with Rob. Maybe we're already connected on Twitter X. Check me out there, or pretty much everywhere else. Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky. If you are somewhere you want to talk about SEO, I am probably there, and if I'm not there, then let me know and I'll come over there, because it's a great topic. And if you're listening to this, it's probably an interesting topic for you. So this week, or actually this month, we are going to circle back to last month's topic. We were cut off talking about off-page SEO. We covered newsletters, we covered podcasts, we covered videos. I wanted to talk about voice search as well, but we kind of ran out of time. So that's where we're going to be going back to. You know, we looked at the bigger picture, you know, where SEO is going, where it's gone. And, you know, the main focus of SEO is, of course, discoverability, people finding you. And, you know, they're not going to find us anymore ranked number one on Google. It's just, that was fine. We've been there, we've done that. Now people are really fragmented. They're everywhere. And so we just need to get in front of them. So what we're really talking about this month is voice search, okay? So we're talking about a world of search where a keyboard is really optional. And if you think about it, that's fair enough, because, you know, we've got questions and we'd like them answered, and we're not going to like boot up our laptop and Google it. So we've got voice assistants, we've got friends, we're on social media, you know, Siri, Alexa, the whole kit and caboodle is there, AI. So keyboard is really completely optional. So, you know, if you think about it, last time you typed in a full sentence into a search bar, you know, maybe not that often, and not that recently, maybe a couple of words. But the tendency is that a lot of us are asking our voice assistant what the weather is going to be like today, what's the deal at the local coffee shop, how to fix a leaky faucet. A lot of these things that we would use to Google, we're now asking. And we still need to be found. And I think this is, you know, this channel that in our SEO mix that's really important is, of course, that search, that voice search. Okay, so we have no screen, we have nothing to click on, but we still need to be found. And this is part of what people mean when they also, you know, they're talking about you know, SXO, search experience optimization. So, you know, if your brand, and your brand has a voice, but if your brand doesn't have a literal voice on multiple channels, you could be invisible to customers. You could be invisible to prospective customers, all right? So, you know, how are we going to get found in this no-click frontier? So I want to like back up and look at, you know, what we mean by a spoken query, okay? We're not typing, we're lazy. You know, we could type best pizza Toronto, but if we're using a voice assistant, we're probably not going to say best pizza Toronto. We're going to say, hey Alexa or hey Siri, where's the best pizza near me? Or who's got the best pizza deals this week? Who is still open and selling pizza, within walking distance? So, and this is much more of a conversational approach to search. And we've talked about this before, conversational SEO. This is not a new thing. But it's really important if we want to be found that our content is in this conversational style. Think FAQs. Okay, so they got to have the 5 W's and the 1 H. Okay, who, what, where, when, why, and how. Okay, if our content doesn't have this, we're losing that chance to be found. So, you can think of it, in this way. You can think of it in, long tail. Long tail is the only tail. And this sort of conversational, 30 words, 2 sentences kind of thing. This is really important. And it's important as well because, think away from Google, think away from Bing, think, natural language processing, okay? They're not looking for keywords. They're looking for intent, even more than we used to look for intent. Okay, they really want to understand the why behind your questions. Okay, sorry, this is not AI. I'm a real person. So think that way. So your takeaway here is stop writing for the algorithms. Start writing for people's ears. All right, read your headlines out loud. Do they sound like a person would talk? If they sound like a textbook, or if they sound like an ad, then rewrite them. Okay, so this is the first thing. Take a look. Do you have natural language? Is it answering people's questions? Is it understanding their intent? And is it right there? Okay, that'd be the first thing. Second thing is, so we're always fighting for this position 0. Okay, and if you're searching on a desktop, you're going to get more or less 10 blue links. Okay, if you're searching, you get 1. All right, the voice search, this is your featured snippet. This is your position 0. Okay, and this is a lot harder to be in this position 0 for voice search. I think what's really helpful is structured data. So you've got your schema markup for FAQ. You've got your schema markup for speakable content. So you're really essentially flagging specific content so that, if someone is asking about pizza toppings, then read this out loud. This is the sort of thing that you're setting up in your site. Now, we also have talked about content chunking. This is not news. Think about it like it's a snippet. Think about how you're going to structure and chunk your content for that voice search. Okay, there is this 40-60 rule. Okay, so if you've got your section, you can think FAQs here. If you've got your section starting as a header, okay, you've got a very, very actionable, intent-focused question, okay, of maybe 40 words. Okay, and then the answer is those 60 words immediately after. I think this is a good place to start. Okay, what you're looking for is that sweet spot that voice assistants can grab. Okay, the third part of this is speed. Voice results, they will load faster. And they need to load faster. So if your website is bloated, then this is not going to be very helpful. A lot of talk about markdown pages, about HTML pages. Voice doesn't need images. It doesn't need your infographics. It doesn't need your downloads. It just needs the text. So I think a strategy there is to offer those specific voice search content. Pull it out in an HTML file, You can do that. So yeah, I think the future of voice search is I don't want to say agentic because everyone is saying this, but just think of it's like local, okay? Because if we're using voice search, probably more often than not, we're looking for local business, we're looking for a local solution, we're looking for something immediate. So I think if you can be in control of your local listings and solving local problems, this is going to really improve your chance of appearing in the results and being part of that search, that voice search result. Okay. I mean, this isn't too complicated. It goes back, old school. Make sure your Google business profile is up to date, and it's really scary how many are not. Think about those micro moments. Think about those high intent now things that people are looking for. Make sure they're answerable. Soon, not now, no, not this week, but soon, I think this will help because then your voice search can be connected with AI to be very actionable. So, if you're thinking back to what we said about pizzas, like, hey, Alexa, it's totally blank, or a Siri, who's got the best pizza deals within walking distance? And they go, well, Mario's has a great 2-for-1 tonight. Great. Can you book me a table? So that has got to be possible. I'm sure it's possible somewhere. It's not possible here, but I'm sure it's possible somewhere. And if it isn't, it's going to be really possible. So now you're going to connect your voice search, your organic voice search, with your conversion. So I think that'll be, even more important to make sure that, your NAP is up to date, your name, address, your phone number. And again, it's highly disturbing how many are not correct, or your opening times, or that your telephone number is correct, or even that the building that you claim to be in is still standing. All right. I mean, confusing people is one thing. Confused AIs are not going to want to recommend you, okay? Exactly the same as confused people are not going to want to recommend you. So yeah, that's, voice search is not new. We've talked about voice search before, but I think it's really important to review again because it is part of this off-page SEO world, and AI is coming so fast that if we're not there, it can't connect with us, and we're going to lose potential visibility, which means we will lose potential money. So here's what I want you to do in the next 24 hours. Pick the most important service page that you offer on your website. Okay. Check, do you have a fact section? All right. Many don't. If you do, or even if you don't, 3 real questions that people will ask. Okay. Think about what questions do people ask you? You probably have emails. You probably have phone records. You probably have a customer in the store right now. What are they asking? Real questions, not questions you make up, not questions your agency makes up. Real questions from real people. Make sure they're there. All right. Answer them in plain English, plain conversational English. Okay. Ask your customers to answer them for you, okay? 2 short sentences each, all right? And not that this immediately connects with the first 3 points, but as your 4th point, check the Google page speed from this page. Is it fast? I mean, it can't hurt to check it, but is this amazing fact that you've just created sitting on a page with 2 megabytes of load time? That's not where it wants to be. All right, put it somewhere else. Okay, test it. Do an A/B test. All right, pull it out into an HTML. Pull it out into a Markdown page. Just put it on a page with no pictures. All right. Google and Bing were blind. They never saw your great design. They see the code. AI is exactly the same. Okay, so don't load it down. So search, it's no longer a library, it's a dialogue, just like social media was. This is why off-page SEO is so amazing. Make sure you're part of the conversation, because if you're not, well, it's been nice knowing you. So if you found this podcast helpful, share it with your friends. I guarantee you there are people out there who are still doing SEO like it's 2015. That was a great year, but 2026 now. You have a great one. See you next month. Bye.
Thanks again to our sponsor, All-in-One WP Migration by ServeMask. Export your entire WordPress site in one click, import it anywhere. No server access needed, no command line, works with every hosting provider. Free on WordPress.org or extension at servemask.com. A very special thank you to Warren for joining me on this edition of the SDM Show. The SDM Show is dedicated to my late father, Bruce Cairns. Dad, I miss you very much every day. My mother, Ann Cairns, who's still doing really well and is an inspiration. And of course, Tiz Maroney. And Tiz, I know I've said it, but thank you so much for all the inspiration you give me every day.